Hello friends! This is going up on the 24th of June, but I'm filming today, the 23rd, which is my birthday! Happy birthday me! It's also the day of the EU referendum, and I'm having a party, it'll be great. So I'm gonna go out and buy the last of the food, and vote on the way! Maria's upstairs, getting ready. She realised she was wearing grey on grey, so she had to change, of course. We're on our way to vote! We're on our way to vote! We're on our way, we're on our way, we're on our way to vote.
Okay.
Hey!
That was relatively awful.
But also wonderful.
Yeah.
So I just voted to remain a member of the European Union, so I've exercised my democratic right. Party prep is going well. Got bunting. Whoa. It's actually Euros, as in the football bunting. So it's got Ukraine on it, for example. But it'll do. We've got a hat for the what percentage of the vote will remain get sweepstakes. We've got lots and lots of foods. This is just some of it. And I've not bothered to take any of it out of its packaging yet. And it's all going to have these cute little flags stuck in it. I'd better get back to arranging the party because otherwise it won't happen. And that'll be sad. Also, nobody can make it. So there's going to be like 9 of us, which isn't as much of a party as I was hoping for. But also, it'll be more fun.
Everyone else,
but we'll have more fun without them.
we hate them all.
I mean, that's not what I was going to say. Still preparing for the party. Trying on my fake beard. How do I look? I think it suits me.
Sorry, I just said that.
Apparently Emma's a fan. Yeah.
That's what you're gonna look like when you're doing your PhD.
It definitely suits me.
Like a few years.
Yeah, we've got referendum results bingo cards. Turkey is mentioned. The weather's blamed for something. There's trouble at a polling station. Jeremy Vine has a fancy 3-day graphic. Nigel Farage turns up. Someone mispronounces the name of a Scottish or Welsh council area. Etc, etc. Oh, I feel so much wiser with this beard. It's not very comfortable to wear though, and it sheds so much. There's grey hairs everywhere. I've got to that point now in the planning for the party where there's not much more to do, but I feel like I should still be doing stuff. I need to get the rest of my costume going, and Maria needs to make her dress out of her flag, which is probably a major violation of flag etiquette. Continuing saga of Maria's dressmaking tribulations, Lissy said that she'd help with the dress and provide needle and thread. Unfortunately, she's packed them all away in a box. But Emma has saved the day!
Hello. I have a teeny tiny sewing kit, and it's from like last year when I had a really bad blister. I wanted to pop it with a needle. Fortunately, it didn't come to that, so the needles are nice and clean and not out of the packet. Don't worry.
Thank you.
No worries.
We should know better than to rely on Lissy, but we can always rely on Emma.
Oh.
Oh no.
Shish kebabs are under the grill. I'm looking forward to a very tasty party. Tea prep is complete! Oh, I am obviously Slovene physicist Joseph Stefan, of course. Let me take you on a tour of the party. These are the foods. We have shish kebabs from Cyprus, croissants from France, sausages from Germany. Those aren't vegetarian though. Got Maltesers from Malta, Belgian chocolate seashells. These donuts are supposed to represent Luxembourg, but I lost the flag. We have pita bread and tzatziki from Bulgaria, Italian breadsticks, Czech Budweiser and Staropramen. This quiche that I'm kind of pretending has something to do with Slovenia, gingerbread for Latvia, potato salad for Estonia, and then Lissy and Shah donated some Spanish salsa that doesn't really go with any of the other foods. We've got this huge flag in the window, and also bunting of many, many flags lots of which aren't actually in the EU. Got the news on the TV, got some music going, we've got the bingo cards and the sweepstakes from an actual hat. Oh, it's wonderful. But the best bit of all is Maria's dress.
Yeah, I'm hungry without knowing anything about Hungary.
It is a great costume. No one else has made their costume. It's got a bow. It's amazing.
Lissy made it.
Maria's makeup is
If
amazing.
I smile like this, then it's kind of like the flag.
Show us your eyes. Whoa. Isn't she beautiful and talented? So it's 8:30 and people still haven't arrived yet. Bearing in mind the event started at 8. We've got God Save the Queen on, which is, you know, quite the bop. Oh, there's someone at the door. Isn't everyone's costume lovely? Tom has arrived. It's time to begin the power hour, the most responsible way of drinking.
What's happening?
Is that the party going? Why do I feel like I'm at someone's wedding? Someone's really weird political wedding. When's the next one? There's no stopping now. The rest of the songs are just minute longs with the same songs, so you just gotta keep going.
We're 46 minutes through the power hour. We're starting to feel it, and shit got philosophical.
He was.
I got a cake! Happy birthday to me! Happy birthday.
Were Emma and I subtle?
I didn't know why you were in there. I assumed you'd just gone for a snuggle. George's gonna cut the cake, cut the cake.
You'll keep costumes on all night.
George
I am.
is gonna cut the cake, he's
Mine's
doing
very easy.
really well. So the party's been going on for a while, the results are coming in, it's not looking good. But on the bright side, we're getting a little bit tipsy. Lissy and Shah have given up already and gone to bed. Oh yeah, bingo cards, guys. Someone gets bored and leaves the party. It's not looking great. I've eaten a lot of food. We're all getting a bit drunk. We've played some games. Is everyone having fun?
Yes!
Yeah! All the fun parts of people's costumes have come off at this point. Robin's not wearing his hat. I'm not wearing my beard. Niall's not wearing his facial hair. Emma's wearing her costume. Emma's still on it. And Tom's wearing his costume. But his costume is a white t-shirt and red shorts. So, and Maria's wearing her dress, but she's taken the fun lipstick off. We haven't cracked open the Czech lagers yet, but there's plenty of time. The night is young. I can't do this alone, friends. I need the assistance that only Pro Plus can provide. It is time. Look at the way we've held up this bunting. Germany is propping up the EU. The party's over. Everyone's gone home or to their respective bedrooms, except us. We're still holding out the fort.
I'm going to bed in a sec.
Maria's going to bed in a sec. The room is not in the best of states, but it's not that bad. Could be worse. Like,
Tomorrow morning,
you know,
we will be awake.
there's stuff everywhere. The results aren't looking promising, but it's, you know, it's wobbling around. Could go either way, but it's not looking good. Looking good. I kind of want to stay up another half an hour till like 4. I think by then we'll have a good idea what's going on. But don't know if we'll make it because I'm very tired, got a bit of a headache. And I've got to edit this tomorrow. We're calling it a night. At the moment, Libra ahead, but we'll see what happens when we wake up. Good night, friends. So it's the day after, and the final result is in, and we left. The United Kingdom left the European Union. We messed up. We messed up big. The pound has taken a dive. Stock markets all over the world are just going to pot. It's a disaster. In the long term, we'll be fine. We'll survive. But all the opportunities that we would have had, we won't have. It won't be as good as it would have been if we stayed in. It's not the end of the world, but it's irreversible and it's definitely going to have a negative effect, especially for me and all of us, because it's happened now, at the end of June, in the third year of our degrees. Maria, Emma and Lissy are going off to enter the real world, get jobs. And the economy is going to slide into another recession. All of the financial institutions are fleeing London. With so much volatility, with so much market fluctuation, the economy can't grow. There can't be job creation. I've got another year in York to do my master's year. But then after that, I want to do a PhD. And that'd be really cool. I really, really want to do that. Yesterday, that would have been fine. Yesterday, there was access to a huge pot of EU money across the whole European Union. I could go and do that at any university in Europe with a team made up of people from all over Europe. Now, we're not going to have access to that money. Technically, we have it for 2 more years. But when they assess the applications, are they going to give it to us? Or are they going to give it to the countries that are staying in? I think we know the answer. There are going to be fewer opportunities for me to do a PhD. If I go on to have a career in academic science, like I'd like, there'll be fewer opportunities for research funding, fewer grants available to me. And it'll be okay, but it won't be the same. And we also have to think about the legacy of this campaign. The referendum campaign was very divisive. Over the course of the campaign, there's been a lot of rhetoric about immigration, about Europe in general. There's been a lot of anti-intellectual sentiment, a lot of don't listen to the experts, we've had enough of experts, we're sick of them. There's been outright racism. There's been violence, things like the assassination of Jo Cox related to her views on Europe, or at least to the atmosphere that the Leave campaign has created. This atmosphere of kind of accepted racism, of seeing immigrants as the enemy. And it's not that everyone who voted to leave is racist, but the fact that there's this atmosphere where it's become acceptable, the fact that real politicians were putting out leaflets and saying things in interviews that were just not true, that were just casting aspersions on immigrants. This atmosphere that's been created, this divisive, harmful, toxic atmosphere, it concerns me a lot. I worry for the country that I live in. I'm concerned that we've lost part of what made us so great. There was this whole make Britain great again thing, which is very reminiscent of Donald Trump. But there was this idea that by leaving the EU, we'd go back to being Great Britain, the colonial power it once was. Setting aside the idea of whether or not we want to return to our colonial past, Scotland is inevitably going to ask for another referendum, and reluctantly, Westminster will have to give it to them. I can't see a path from here that doesn't involve some change in Northern Ireland, hopefully not involving violence, but it's quite possible. There's already been talk from Spain about their flag flying over the Rock of Gibraltar. There will be no Great Britain to defend. It didn't have to happen. There's so many people who voted to leave the EU who didn't know what they were voting for or why, because they'd been fed lies by so much of the tabloid media and by the Leave campaign, and just the casual mistruths that spread by osmosis through the population. And all of that led to people not being able to engage properly with a reasoned, logical, academic debate of the issues. And in effect, the fact that the campaign was just openly lying robbed those people of their voice. They didn't actually get a say. Their vote was stolen from them. And it's irreversible. What's done is done.
We're gonna go to a better place because it's silly here.
Maria and I are thinking of moving to Scotland or anywhere else.
Berlin, Finland. BuzzFeed said we should go to Finland.
BuzzFeed did say we should go to Finland.
Don't know why everyone wants to be, like we're in the war, rather than united with the rest of Europe, all the places we like so much.
The first thing we did after the war, just about, was establish the United Nations. We said the only way to stop another war like this happening is for the nations of the world to come together and unite. And the lesson from that was then translated to Europe to build a closer, tighter union. We've had an unprecedented period of peace in Europe. Europe's always been at war with itself. And since we established this union, it hasn't. It stopped. Goodbye, friends.
I mean, George and I are about to bang, so...
Oh.
That looks like a big chin spot. Ignore that.